I won't last one single day. La-dee-da-dee-da-dee-dum. I'll go turn the other way. What song is that? I don't know. Something from the 80s. If you leave, don't leave now. I think it was in a movie. I know, it was totally in a movie, but I can't remember which one. If you leave, if you show up at the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast, and you're the first in line like always learning, we will give you a gold star and maybe even sing to you. Hey, BOOZHOO, always learning. Always learning is here, first in line, sweetie. Okay, always learning gets a gold star. BOOZHOO, always learning. How's it going? Welcome to the show on this Gazibigi Sagana Gay Geisha Good. Welcome back to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO, the podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Live stream podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. Me? Oh, I'm nobody special. NANABOOZHOO Nindigenous. NANABOOZHOO is my name. And over here, the lovely and the talented. Oh, would you cut it out? Natasha, Ikadon BOOZHOO Winnie Mushane. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. And over here, the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons, Ikadon BOOZHOO Niji. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the show. And, yeah. And we're here just early. Not early, I guess. We're kind of on Indian time. What is it? 8:16? Yeah, we started at 8-ish on this live stream podcast that starts whenever we're good and ready and goes until we've had it up to here. Until we've had enough. But hey. Anyway, I was just singing old 80s tunes. If you leave, don't leave now. Hey, it's actually floor washing day today. Yeah, we were a day early yesterday. I know, I don't know what that was. Yeah. But Jessica Booz is here. Bonjour, Jessica. Can we give a silver star to Jessica? Silver star for Jessica. Bonjour, Jessica. Yeah. I was kind of, I don't know. I almost didn't come on this morning. Yeah, I wasn't feeling it. Oh, really? Yeah, you kind of want to be inspired. I mean, I usually wake up and I'm all like, hey, let's go do the show. I can't wait for it to be 8 o'clock. Oh, I'm gonna play a song, whatever. And this morning I was like, what am I gonna talk about? I think we talked it all out. Haven't we gotten to the end of the Ojibwe language dictionary yet? Yeah. Have we taught all the Ojibwe words and we can just quit? Yeah. Gazibigi Sagana Gay Geisha Good. You want to fight about it? I'll call up Sabe. See, I couldn't even be bothered to get new words. This is from yesterday. Sabe, Bigfoot. Miss Sabe is a giant. Good giants existed. Your textbooks are lying to you. But they should be Guayakwa Dizzy Win. They should be honest, huh, sweetie? That's right. Why don't you be honest? I will be honest. I couldn't be bothered to prepare for the show today. I don't know why. I mean, in theory, I'd like to put on a good show. All right, here's something. This might be entertaining. You think it might be? Yeah, I don't know. We'll go down a rabbit hole. Remember Supertramp? Yeah, I remember Supertramp. Yeah. When I was young, it seems that life was so wonderful. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it was magical, miracle, whatever. They had that song. They had Take the Long Way Home. A lot of hits on this album. Breakfast in America, it was called, right? And here's a picture of a waitress. And not a lot of people notice this. The waitress is kind of, she's posed like the Statue of Liberty, you know. And I don't know if you guys can see this. It's taken from a window of a plane, right? I should put this in front. I don't know if you guys know where I'm going with this. So you got Supertramp, Breakfast in America. Crazy looking lady, kind of the Lady Liberty or whatever, but she's a old style waitress, like in a diner, holding up orange juice right to the Twin Towers. And then you realize, oh, it's not the Twin Towers. Those are just breakfast stuff. That's just kitchen stuff. Why did we think it was a New York? Right. It's made to look like New York. But then you flip the picture. Now, what's it say over the Twin Towers? 9/11. Right? You flip that thing. Now on 9/11, orange juice. And there's some connection with oranges and the Illuminati. Like it stands for 33 or something. When I was young, it seemed that life was so magical, a miracle. Oh, it was beautiful. But then they showed me a world where I could be so dependable. Oh, clinical. Oh, intellectual, cynical. I want to know, so this is my question. What does Supertramp know? You know? Can we trust the official story? I never read the War Commission report, 9/11, whatever. Patriot Act, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. What's the truth behind 9/11? Did Supertramp know? What did they know? Why did they choose this as their album cover? What does this have to do with anything? Breakfast in America. From a plane window, looking out over New York and the Twin Towers on 9/11. Orange juice. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? What's that? That maybe Osama bin Laden was in Supertramp? That wasn't what I was thinking, but that's an interesting theory. You know, there were only a few pictures of Supertramp. They were one of those weird bands. It was the end of an era where a band would release an album and have lots of hits, but they were, radio hits, so you never saw what the band looked like. And everybody said, "Oh, I love Supertramp," but you wouldn't be able to point them out in a police lineup, Supertramp. What if Osama bin Laden was the lead singer for Supertramp? And all along, we were just like, oh yeah, no, they're just a pop group. Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Not much of a girlfriend, but boy, you gotta say I'm hot. What? I don't know. Da la la la, there were times when all the world would sleep. The questions run so deep for such a simple mind. Hey, Evolove. Oh, that's cool. It's the same backwards as forward. Anin. And Anin. Flash Slump City. Oh, well, we got some new people here today. Hi, guys. Evo Love. Ikalaka Kalakalai. So I heard you say 9/11 is on the cover. Where? Oh, here. If you turn it backwards, or turn it. See where the right up here. Backwards, the U and P look like 9 and 11. And they're both touching the Twin Towers. 9/11. So, either... I mean, there's no question that Osama bin Laden definitely was the mastermind. And everyone knows for sure that it was... How many hijackers now? 21? 19? So, with box cutters, hijacked 2 planes and knocked down 3 buildings in New York, and then hijacked another plane and flew that into the Pentagon, thereby avoiding all camera footage too. That was some trick. And then then they just crashed one into a field, but it crashed so hard it left no trace of human remains, airplane remains. It was just a burned out hole in the ground. On 9/11, weird physics things happened. 9/11, a little aluminum plane could fly into the side of a building, and that whole building would just drop in the exact same way that a building that gets pulled drops. It didn't just bounce off. It actually left a hole in the side of the building, much like a cartoon. And then another plane flew right into the building right next door. We didn't have any defenses like that. We have no military. And so they flew another plane right in. But there's so much jet fuel, and jet fuel burns so hot that made a whole building just fall into its footprint and turn to dust. Because that's what happens when planes fly into things. Turns it right into dust. You should see what happens when it flies into a mountain. The whole mountain just drops. And apparently some debris floated across the street and set some papers on fire in Tower 7, and that dropped 6 hours later because of office fires. That kind of thing never happened before and has never happened since. But on 9/11, that's what happened. But who is responsible? Supertramp. It's the only logical thing. Or, if you have a better explanation, go for it. I'm all ears. I'm not one of these people who calls conspiracy theorists crazy. There are 2 types of people. People who want to shut you up when you start talking about something unconventional. They always say you can tell what kind of person you are. How would you react if a friend of yours came to you one day and said, "Hey, last night aliens came into my bedroom and abducted me and took me up to their spaceship"? Would you say, "What? You're crazy. There's no way that happened. Don't tell anybody anything that you said this. You crazy person. I don't want to hear it"? Or would you say, "Really? Tell me about it"? I'm not saying you would believe the guy. Maybe he is crazy. But some people are programmed they don't want to hear it. And so that goes for in most conspiracies, you know. They're like, oh, you know, Elvis Presley's probably still alive. Oh, come on. You're crazy. I bet you believe in Bigfoot. It's like, yeah, I do. You know. So I'm not one of these people. I think it's okay. In fact, I think it's suspicious that there's so many people who don't want to philosophize about what happened on 9/11. We've all been kind of told, don't talk about that. You could lose your job. You might be censored on YouTube. You're not supposed to talk about 9/11. It's like Fight Club. Yeah, don't talk about Fight Club. It's the first rule of 9/11. So, you know. But what if Osama bin Laden was the lead singer for Supertramp all this time? You know, isn't it funny? You've never seen a picture of Supertramp and Osama bin Laden in the same room, right? Have you, sweetie? Nope, I can't say that I have. Right. What does that tell you? It's like Clark Kent and Superman. I mean, show me a photo where there's Osama bin Laden and Supertramp, the whole band, in the same photo. I bet you can't find it. I'll pay $100 if anybody can show me that, a real photo, not some NASA faked thing. You know, I want to see a real photo of Osama bin Laden, not, or somehow, wait, yeah, if he was in the band, you would definitely see a picture of him with the band. But not the whole thing, you know. I want to see, you know, fake beard, machine gun, you know, Middle Eastern robe, whatever he wore, you know, the towel on his head. I want to see that bin Laden not holding a guitar. I don't know. That's the thing. It's hard to prove something's not true. You know, these are theories. But if you don't believe in conspiracy theories, all a conspiracy theory is, we talk about this a million times. But people say, what, you believe in conspiracy theories? It's like, yeah, I do, actually. Like, take this house, for instance. I think some people conspired. I have this theory that they got together and they made some plans. And they were like, hey, you know what we should do? We should build a house. Here's my secret plans. We're going to have at first we'll make this room a garage, a one-car garage, because it's the old days and now nobody has more than one car. Later on, we'll convert it into a second bedroom. But this room will be, you know, and then we'll have a hallway and there'll be a little bedroom and a bathroom. Don't forget the bathroom. We're going to need a toilet. And then a little living room and a kitchen and a walk entryway with a little roof thing you can stand under when it rains. Should we put a porch on it? Nah, too expensive. Who cares? And so they built the house. And it's like, oh, yep, they conspired. So yeah, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I believe people make plans. That's my theory. Whoops. But when it comes to, like 9/11, if you just, like, you can smell BS when you just kind of go, what? That doesn't sound right. People want you to like have you don't believe the official story? Well, what happened then? You have to tell me exactly every detail of what the truth is. Otherwise, you're a conspiracy theorist. It's like, really? I've got to tell you the whole plan? I don't know. There's no way I could know that if George Bush was involved, if what he knew. You know? I'm just saying it's hard for me to believe that 21, 19, whatever it was, young men from Pakistan, Afghanistan, or wherever, hijacked 4 planes with nothing but box cutters? Oh no, don't cut me. I might get scratched with your box cutter. they could somehow fly a jet airplane because they took flight lessons. That doesn't sound plausible. You know, if there's any part of that story that sounds like it's nonsense, I gotta go, well, you know, sounds like you guys are making this up. So, oh, really? Well, what do you say happened? Not that. I don't believe a plane's gonna pulverize into dust a skyscraper just the way they told us. I don't know. I mean, I probably believed in the moon landing at the time of 9/11. I don't remember. Maybe not. But, yeah, no, I don't believe what they said. That doesn't sound very plausible. You know, why should I believe when they said they shot Osama bin Laden? Hey, good news. You know, Barack Obama killed Osama bin Laden with his bare hands. Yeah, man. Finally. Somebody, you know. But apparently, you know, a bunch of seals. Seals, you guys. That's what they said. A bunch of seals somehow left the ocean, flopped around on land in Pakistan or something, and then developed the ability to shoot guns. I mean, what am I missing here? They said that seals shot and killed Osama bin Laden. Yeah, I'm going to believe that. I don't believe seals can operate guns. Sweetie, I think they're talking about Navy SEALs. What? Navy SEALs. Oh, so now SEALs are joining our Navy? I don't think so. I think it's only human beings in the Navy. No, that's what they call that division of the Navy SEALs. Sweetie, no offense. I think I know more about the subject than you do. Okay. Women, am I right? So the official story is a bunch of seals jumped on land, flopped around, learned how to use guns, and then killed somebody. And then what'd they do? Oh, should we, number one, they didn't even capture him. You know, there's no point in questioning this guy who claims to have been Osama bin Laden. We'll take his body, and then we'll go out in the middle of the ocean, and we'll just dump it over. I guess they're seals. They probably took him to SEAL jail, huh? Yeah, if you say so. And I said, yeah, nothing to see here. Oh, you killed Osama bin Laden? We sure did. Where's the body? Oh, we dumped it at sea. What? Yep. Dumped it at sea. Didn't want their team to have a place that they would honor him or something. So we just took his body out of the crime scene. Brought him with us on a helicopter. And again, these are SEAls, mind you, who some now, they're clapping their hands or whatever, bouncing balls off their noses, and then fly in a helicopter. And learn to speak English. I mean, the whole story makes no sense. But they said these SEAls just dumped his body in the ocean. Are you guys lying? What really happened? That sounds nonsense too. But until there's a Supertramp reunion, I guess we'll never know. I guess we'll never know, sweetie. You know, we may never know. What's going on? Hey, Brandy Marie is here. BOOZHOO, Brandy Marie. And la 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 la. Weesanese here. Thumbs up, please. Give us a thumbs up. And one thumb down. I'm okay with a thumb down. Really? Yeah. At least shows that we're not censoring anybody. We encourage constructive criticism. You can come on here and say, nah, you know what? Enough of your dumb jokes and your theories. We're here to learn the language. Okay, I'll do that. We'll get into sentence structure and past and future tense of words. I guarantee we'll never do that. I know. But I also kind of think it endears us to some of the BOOZHOO crew. You know, like Missy, she gets real angry when people give us a thumbs down. I'm like, that's okay, Missy. Don't, we're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. You know, if everybody loves you, nobody's going to care. So, whatever. Evolve, love. Ikia. How do you say that? Ikia kakaleki. What was that thing that guy on the Pee Wee Herman used to say? Mecca lecca hi, mecca hiney ho. Mecca lecca hi, mecca chiny ho. Let's see. I can make a photo and it will be real because I will print it. Yeah, you could probably just make a photo of Osama bin Laden singing. La la la. Aggressive. I'm glad that you don't believe in censorship. I was censored for 4 years in prison and in rehab. You were in prison? I don't even want to know what you did. I hope you spent the time in there thinking about what you did and how you could change your ways. Oh, it's not my fault. My mom, she never loved me. Well, dude, you ended up in prison because you broke the law. Oh, it's an unjust law, you say? Huh? Listen, man. I don't care how many minutes you were on George Floyd's neck. That was too long. And by the way, I've heard on good authority that you Minneapolis cops, you've had a reputation for decades of being using excessive force. So I don't know if that's why you're in there, if it's because you need a brother. But I hope you thought about it. Rehab. McCully residence in Portland, Maine. Oh, really? Are you all clean and sober? Gitchi Manado, he loves the clean and sober ex-alcoholics. He says, those guys really know how to party. Hey, I wish you the best of luck in your rehab, by the way. That's actually excellent. I hope it's real. Hope it isn't just like, oh, I went to jail and then I had to go to mini jail for 6 months. And then now I get to go out and, What was your drug of choice? Was it alcohol? Alcohol is the worst drug that I have ever taken. It's so mainstreamed. And when you go to a bar and so many people are alcoholics, and they don't call themselves alcoholics, it just seems normal. You think, oh yeah. You don't even think about it. You're just like, oh yeah, I'm going out. Yeah, I'll take a beer. And then pretty soon it becomes a lifestyle. You're just drinking every day. And you're always kind of drunk or kind of hungover. And your emotions are all messed up because alcohol affects your brain. You become a sloppy, angry, over-emotional, reckless, sloppy person, Not you, all of us do. That's what alcohol does. I hope I'm older than you. I don't want to be talking down to you. Lisa was supposed to contact you. Oh, wait. It was a new type of education for me. Jail? Yeah, I imagine. I've never been to jail. Thank the creator. Palindrome in name only. Mecca. Lecca high. All day. Yeah. Mecca lecca high. Mecca hiney ho. Lisa was supposed to contact you. I don't know what happened with that. Lisa from McCully residence last year. Lisa. Are you talking to me or to Brandy? From McCully residence. Lisa. Wait, Lisa from not McCully. From the girls' home here? Evolve Love, are you, what's her name? Cute blonde girl I know. You know, I've known you for years. And right now I'm gapping on your name. Colby. Are you Colby? I bet you're Colby. They wanted me to come do a seminar. No, Portland, Maine. Oh. Lisa. Oh, yeah, I would love to do a seminar. Me or Michael? You know, lots of times people contact us and like, oh, NANABOOZHOO, I want you to come to our conference. And what happens? Michael shows up with his guitar. I go out there and introduce him. Oh, hello, everybody. Here's Michael Lyons. And then I go sit backstage. It's a ripoff, you guys. Don't hire me thinking you're going to see me. If you want to hire Michael to come out and talk about boarding schools, that's one thing. He's expensive. I do it for free. I say, oh, I'll do it. You know, give me some tobacco. I will honor your request if you give me some tobacco. But the one thing I will never do. I don't know. La, la, la. Then she found out you drink liquor, and she said, no way. I don't drink liquor. How dare you? I used to guzzle beer. I used to, swim in the suds, as they say. But no, I haven't, I don't drink anymore. I quit about, what's it been? About 4 years now. I used to really, when I finally decided to quit drinking, it wasn't that big of a deal. But it was kind of like, I think it was, what's his name? Mark Twain. He goes, quitting smoking is easy. I've done it hundreds of times. You know, quitting drinking for me, I say, is easy, but it took me hundreds of times. There were a number of years I thought about, I got to quit drinking. And, just put it off, just didn't do it. Or I'd kind of try to quit, and then I'd find myself drinking again. But then when I finally said, okay, that's enough. I'm going to be a non-drinker. And I stayed sober. And you know, I almost played It Ain't the Whiskey today. You can still play it. Instead of Slough? Yeah. All right. Let me see if I can find this. It ain't the whiskey. Every once in a while I kind of think about, I should go to an AA meeting. I don't, if not for me, maybe I could help other people. But I don't know. Some people I think have a different problem with drinking than I did. Or a bigger problem. All right, let's see, where is it? Wednesday, weather, welcome, whiskey. Today's Ojibwe word of the day. Ishkode. Wabu. Firewater. That was really a thing. They didn't just call that in cowboy movies, but we used to really call what do you call it? What am I talking about? I'm trying to read at the same time. Something about they really did call it firewater. That sounds like such a John Wayne thing, but and I heard this thing once. There was an article. They found they were analyzing journals from the Jesuit priests, the first non-Indian contact with Ojibwe people, like in Michigan or somewhere. And these guys came up and they were like, these Ojibwe people or Chippewa, I think they called them Chippewa at the time. They're super gentle. They're gentle in speech. They never curse. And there's been they've been in war before. They've warred with different tribes, but within the tribe, there was no record, no memory of any murders There'd never been a murder among these people. Until firewater. When whiskey was introduced into the equation, when they started trading with the French or whoever, they started getting whiskey. And they started to party up. And so the first recorded memory of a individual murder, 2 guys fighting and one guy kills another, happened after they started drinking. And so it's a bad thing. Here's a song. Sweetie, did you want to come up and talk to these guys? Oh, I could. Here's a song that we recorded. It was one of the first country songs I liked. But it's called It Ain't a Whiskey. And it's about, this is another thing I kind of know about. Which also sort of went away when I quit drinking. People are like, oh, I'm so depressed, I got to get a beer. And you realize that's a depressant, right? This thing is designed to make you depressed. You're going to feel some relief to your anxiety for the first 20 minutes. That first beer is going to go down real easy. And it will boost your confidence and your who cares attitude for about half an hour. Then there'll be that slow general decline into depression with beer number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. By 8, you'll be crying in the bathroom, But you keep doing it. You're thinking, oh, I'm so depressed, I drink. And then... But this is a song about a guy who goes to AA. And he walks in there. He's like, I went to the church of the broken people, listening to the walking wounded tell their stories. My turn came. I told them a name. I said, this ain't my first time. And a man started talking about the devil and how the bottle was ruining my life. When with last night on my breath, he still has booze on his breath from last night, I stood up and I said, it ain't the whiskey. It ain't the cigarettes. It ain't the stuff I smoke. You see, it's all these things I can't forget. It ain't the hard times. It ain't the all nights. It ain't the all times. It ain't the all nights. It ain't that easy. 'Cause it ain't the whiskey that's killing me. It's this, it's the stuff in his brain he can't let go. And so you can dig a really deep ditch for yourself. You can be stuck in a rut from spinning your tires by chasing the alcohol. You think it's going to cheer you up, but it'll always bring you back to the depression. And then you'll drink more to deal with your depression. When I finally sobered up, I could finally tell. It's like, wow, that's like I used to keep a journal. It was a sketchbook. I drew a lot of sketches, but I would also write in that thing a lot, and get drunk and write, and then and then you just write about sad stuff. Oh, girls I miss. How come I can never work it out with some girl? Just pitiful. Yeah, that was before you met me. That's right. And then, quit drinking. And pretty soon you're like, why am I constantly doing this to myself? You cheer up. So if you're thinking about quitting drinking and you can't hardly imagine, it's like, oh, life is so boring without alcohol. Everything I like with a beer. Don't ask me to go fishing with no beer. Come on, that's boring. Oh, yeah, I'm playing guitar, but let me crack open a beer. Oh, let's go on a picnic. Better buy some beer. Oh, let's go out. Drink beer. Let's get up in the morning and have a beer. It'll help me with my hangover. It'll stop the shakes in my hands. Eventually, if you get off it, the clouds kind of go away. And this is the other thing. If you quit drinking, a lot of artists will tell you that it marks a time when they had like a big explosion or a leveling up in their career. A lot of artists and musicians are, drunks. And they'll be floundering through life, and then when they finally quit drinking, that good thing they've been waiting for happens. I know for me, it was this show. Once I quit drinking, then it was a little while later that we started doing the show. And the show's grown and changed a lot, but anyway, this is It Ain't a Whiskey. Miigwech Bizendawieg. Thank you for listening. And now it's frozen. Stood there in the back of the church of a broken people, listening to the walking wounded tell their stories. My turn came and I told them my name. I said, this ain't my first time. But then a man started talking about the devil and the Bible was ruining my life. Last night on my breath, I stood up and said, it ain't the whiskey, it ain't the cigarettes, it ain't the stuff I smoke. It's all these things I can't forget. It ain't the hard times, it ain't the all night, it ain't that easy, it ain't the whiskey that's killing me, that's killing me, that's killing me. It ain't the whiskey, it ain't the whiskey. Oh, that's really cool, sweetie. Ladies and gentlemen, Natasha on the guitar, on the guitar. Oh, that's really pretty, sweetie. Oh, thanks. Hey, BOOZHOO. I feel like that was all out of sync. Yeah. I think we need to run and play him once before we... I don't know. Hey, BOOZHOO, everybody. How you doing? Yeah. It ain't the whiskey. That's just it. I mean, that's what most people are doing, really. You know, there's a lot of self-hatred of the alcoholic, of the drunkard. Because you kind of feel like you get drunk and then you get depressed and you look at yourself and go, oh, I'm a fat slob. I can't even say no to my appetites. But that's the nature of alcohol. It does that to you. You know, back in the old days, they used to call them spirits. You would go to a liquor store and be like, alcohol, wine, beer, and spirits. Spirits. And the old timers, they'd say, oh yeah, the alcohol, it's a spirit that possesses your body. You let the spirit of alcohol in you and then it'll transform you. It'll change your looks. It'll change the way you think and the way you behave. It'll take your ugliest characteristics and bring them out. You know, it'll take your most base animal, whatever, and bring that right to the front. So, then she found out you drink liquor and said, no way. That was why I was wondering what happened. Yeah, maybe it was before. It's probably talking about you, Michael. They probably wanted you to come out and talk, and they realized you were drunk. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. That would be so expensive now to fly out to Portland. I don't know if you guys could afford us. Evolve says, I'm using the wrong account. I just noticed. Oh, really? Brandy Marie. Weesany says, check PayPal, please. Did you give me a PayPal, Weesany? Doggone it. I'm blushing. Miigwech, Weesany. Weesany's talking about our PayPal. If you'd like to support the show, we have a PayPal account. You can go to the description, link in the description. And sometimes people will leave a little tip for us. You know, and it really goes a long way. It does, actually. We have pretty low overhead for operation here compared to a lot of people. So, like $20 and $50 here and there or whatever goes, you know, it's a long ways. That's like our electric bill for the month. Or whatever. So Miigwech. And we also have a GoFundMe page. Which I gotta look into. Nobody's contributed for so long. Maybe something's not working. But we're gonna raise money to shoot a proper Sesame Street type children's show this fall. And we have a Patreon account if you'd like to support us every month. And people send $10, $20 every month. Or if you'd like to order a book by Michael Lyons, you can click a link to Amazon.com. Yeah. La la. But anyway, Weesany just send money on PayPal, I'm guessing. So thank you so much. Weesany's incredibly generous. But we really appreciate it. So, what should we talk about now? Hey, sweetie? Yeah? You want to take a call? Well, I could. What line? You've got a call on line 2. Okay. Hello, caller. Welcome to BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. You're on the air. Hello, love. It's me, the Queen of England, it is. Well, hello, Queen. Welcome to the BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO podcast. It's so nice to see you. What can I do for you today? Well, love, I was wondering if I could teach the Ojibwe Word of the day, as it were. Well, sure. Well, first of all, today is, we call it floor washing day. Gizzy sagana gay, geezer good. Oh, I can say all that. That's a right mouthful, isn't it? Well, it's not that bad. Here, I'll break it down. Repeat after me. Gizzy-bee-gee, gozzy-bee-gay. That's right. Gizzy-bee-gee, sagana-gay, gozzy-bee-gay, sagana-gay. That's right. Gizzy-bee-gee, sagana-gay, geezer good. Gozzy-bee-gay, sagana-gay, geezer good. On floor washing day. That's right. It's floor washing day. Now, what's this floor washing business? Well, you know, when you wash your floors. When I do what now? You know, it's Saturday. This is the day to, like, mop or sweep or vacuum. Oh, right. I have me servants do that. I know we wash me floors. I'm the Queen of bloody England, innit? Yeah, you are the Queen of bloody England, isn't it? That's right. I love my country of England. I say, Natasha, can I ask you another question? Well, sure, you can ask me anything. Do you like the Beatles? Do I like the Beatles? Yeah, do you listen to the Beatles? They're from me England too. Yeah, that's right. They're from Liverpool. Well, do I like the Beatles? Yeah, I guess. I like some songs. Sorta. There's many songs by the Beatles I hate that I like, so it kind of evens out. I can't say I'm a fan. But, you know, I recognize they were influential to just about every modern rock star in my generation. Oh, that's right. I love my Beatles. All you need is love. Yeah, like that. I hate that song. I don't like John Lennon, I guess. You don't like John Lennon? Oh, he was a saint, he was. John Lennon. I still cry my eyes out every night thinking about me poor John Lennon. Why do you care about John Lennon? Oh, 'cause he was shot in the back, he was. Well, yeah, I know, but, that was a long time ago, and who cares? You don't care? It's all right. I can't believe it. I thought everyone loved John Lennon. Nah, not so much. He just seemed like kind of a weirdo, married a weirdo, and kind of probably got, got what was coming to him. Anyway, anything else I can do for you today, Queen? No, that's about it, I guess. Did you teach any more Ojibwe? Well, not really. We also have, let me get rid of this. Gwayakwa dizzy win. Gwayakwa, who knew? Gwayakwa dizzy win. It means honesty. Gwayakwa dizzy win. Honesty. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? Gwayakwa dizzy win. Gwayakwa dizzy win. That's right. Oh, now you've been such a peach. You're such a lovely young thing, lovely young girl. A lass, I might say. Yeah, I'm a lovely young lass. Anything else I can do for you today, Queen of England? No, you've been a right peach. I sure do love learning the Ojibwe language, I do. Okay, well, I better let you go. Well, hey, before you let me go, sweetie, can I ask you just one more question? Well, sure. How do you say goodbye in Ojibwe? I do want to learn how to say goodbye in Ojibwe, isn't it? Well, we don't really say goodbye. We say, I will see you again. And in Ojibwe, we say, Giga wapa min minawa. What? I'll never learn that. It's easy. One more time. Just repeat after me. Giga wapa min minawa. Giga wapa min minawa. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? It sure is. All right, I gotta go, Queen. All right, then, love. Giga wapa min minawa. Yep. Giga wapa min minawa, Queen. Well, she's lovely, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think she quite understands her own accent. I know. She's not what you would expect. How old is she now? Oh, she's 106, I think. Really? She doesn't look 106. Well, she's on that adrenochrome. Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting. Oh, the elite. They drink the blood of the young so they never die. So, yeah, alcohol. Didn't know we'd be talking about alcohol today. Hello, children. Today's the Ojibwe word of the day. Ishkode wabu. Firewater. And if you live in northern Minnesota, I don't know anymore, at least back in the 80s, it was almost a rite of passage. Everybody had to start drinking, get drunk the first time when they're like 14, I listened to a radio show once. They were like, it was on public radio. They did a investigative report. They did a whole report. Guy wrote a paper. And he was investigating alcohol usage in small, rural country towns in northern Minnesota. And it was so just right on the money. But he was talking about it like it didn't go on everywhere. He goes, in rural Minnesota, it's really a blind eye. Nobody really enforces the no drinking rules. In fact, it's common for young people to start drinking on weekends as young as 13 or 14 years old. Older people will buy alcohol and supply it to the younger people. It becomes almost a rite of passage for young men to drink to excess. Especially this one, they go, oftentimes at great events like weddings and graduation parties, the adults will supply alcohol to the children and then, let them drink. they'll have policies like, well, so long as you're not driving around, I'd rather have you drink in my house than driving around and drinking. And we're like, yeah, that's totally what the adults are like around here. And it just became normal. We were like, everybody was drinking. First time I ever got drunk, I was like 13 years old, I think. My older brother, Steve Waldo, John, what was his name? I forget his name. They threw me in the trunk of a car, and we drove into a drive-in. I'm sure the ticket was only like $2. We went to a drive-in theater, and they're like, we're not going to spend $2 on you. Get in the trunk. You're just a dumb kid. That was with older kids. We went to the drive-in theater, and once we were in, they let me out. And then I could drink, you know. And then we just sat in cars. We'd jump around in other people's cars, drinking beer, watching the movie, until I was super drunk, staggering around. We somehow drove out of there drunk. I think Steve drove right through the ditch. I just remember looking up and a bunch of weeds. Went to the pizza place, rolling drunk, little kid. Finally get home somehow. Peek my head in the door. My parents are asleep. Hey, I'm home. Stagger downstairs. Next morning, I feel fine. No hangover, whatever. And that was the worst thing that could happen, because then I was like, look, there's no downside. Alcohol makes good times even better. Then from that day on, it became a series of planning parties and events where we could get together and drink. And I know we didn't exactly invent, that wasn't like started with us, but then eventually you go through life and you realize, wow, every problem I have, whether it's financial, relationships, work, depression, health, fights with people, crashing the car, every one of them is somehow connected to drinking. If I just got drinking out of my life, would all those things somehow go away too? Yep, it does. Believe it or not. You sober up, then pretty soon you realize you've never bounced a check again. You lose 20 pounds without trying. Your skin clears up. Your relationships actually get better. You don't have any embarrassing things to have to live down. You take the beer goggles off. Your house stays cleaner because you don't come home and you're too drunk to clean your floors. Everything will get better if you just get over the hump of breaking a habit. It's so hard to break a habit. Ooh, I'm so addicted. Yeah, I know. I'm not judging you. Life is not easy. Life is painful, and brutal, and confusing, and scary. And sometimes you just need something to calm yourself down for a minute. No, please, let me just relax. That's why God invented booze. But the problem is, you can never just leave it at that. It's never just, I'll just have one beer after I mow the lawn once or twice a year. It's like, no, it becomes a way of life. I don't know. It ain't the whiskey. It ain't the cigarettes. It ain't the stuff I smoke. It's all these things I can't forget. It ain't the hard times. So what is it? Some people talk like that's the problem is, you're focusing on your medicine. You should need to focus on your disease. Most of us are just medicating ourselves. Like, oh, I'm so depressed. Give me a drink. It's either this or Prozac. It's either this or sniffing glue. But But is it possible maybe if you fixed your heart, fixed your mind outside of it, you wouldn't need the medicine? You wouldn't need the mushkiki. You know. Indians never referred to alcohol as a medicine. Almost everything else, like coffee and tea, is a medicine. You know, I bet you sugar is a medicine, but not alcohol. They're like, no, that's not. That's the opposite of medicine. That's a poison. So, I guess with that, my last word is should I go out and do the Serenity Prayer for these drunks? You could. You want me to teleport you? Would you mind? I'm going to go outside, and I'm just going to do the Serenity Prayer real quick. All right. I'm locked on. Okay. Would you come with me, please? One to teleport outside. Hang on. Hello, sweetie. Did you make it? Yep, I'm out here. I'm out here in the country road. Country road, take me home to the place. All right. Got a little Sama. Good chimanadu. Taka we do kawishan. We need chi, not a good wenderman. Ji utapanaman inu kikashki kitusiwan. Ji anji satoyan. Ji apichete ayan. Ji anji satoyan. Kikashki kituyan. Jite apichitamwakayan. Chikendaman ono. Ape inge. Utapanaman niwi asema. Mikwach besandawi a kichimanaru. Great Spirit, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen. Thank you for listening. Accept my tobacco. And this has been your Ojibwe phrase of the day. Hello, sweetie. Hi. You ready to come home? Would you mind? Not at all. Hang on, I'm locking onto your coordinates. One to teleport back to the studio. Okay. Hang on. Thanks, sweetie. Hey, it's nice to have you back. Did you say the Serenity Prayer? I sure did. All right. Well, I think that's all the time we have for today. Did you want to add anything before I sign out? No, that was good. Thank you, sweetie. All right, you guys. Just want to say me quetch. Bis and Dowie egg. Thank you for listening. And me quetch gonna wabi egg. Thank you for watching. BOOZHOO NANABOOZHOO. The podcast about Ojibwe language and culture. I am Natasha. Over here is the ruggedly handsome, the star of the show. Well, cut it out, will you? NANABOOZHOO. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Okay. And over here is the rock star cartoonist, Michael Lyons. Hello, everyone. Thanks for watching. And I will see you again. Gigawabamit. Baby, would you teleport me away, baby? Yes, I will. Hold on. One to beam away. Gigawabamit.